Instead of worrying about how AI is ruining our lives, what if we looked at it in a different way? What if we wondered how it could make our lives more efficient, faster, and smarter than the way that we're actually living right now? Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of a Mindset Medicine podcast. I am your host, Katharine Loucaidou. I am so glad you are joining me today because I have an amazing announcement. I am so excited to share this with you. So today is launch day of my new book, AI Secrets to Unstoppable Business Success and Life Hacks. You know, I have loved AI from the moment it started integrating itself into our lives, whether it was business related, whether it was life, health. I have been using it for years and years and years. So what if, this is my question to you, what if AI could simplify our business and life instead of complicating it even more? Because really, these days, we do live complicated, busy lives. And so many of us think that AI is actually out there to our detriment. It's going to make us obsolete. It's not true. It's actually able to enhance our lives if we understand how to use it properly. So today, the topic of this episode is AI the end of your business and life, or is it the secret weapon that you've been looking for to grow and enhance everything that you're doing? And I am going to be talking about what's in this book. Why did I write this book? Why do I think it's important? Let me give you a little bit of background. So, as I have delved into technology for a long, long time, my master's degree was in educational technology and communication. And once I started doing that, here is what is really fascinating about the master's degree that I did. Obviously, it was a dissertation, a long research project that took 3 years. Here is what I uncovered. Back when I was doing it in 2006 and 5 and 4, so 2004 to 2006, basically, what I learned was at that time, the internet was basically emerging as this platform that we could be using to help ourselves. And people at that time were concerned about the internet and this World Wide Web. And what is it? So my dissertation was actually trying to find out whether people could learn better using a computer, using the internet, instead of the way we had been doing things, which was manually taking notes, reading books, and so on. The results were fascinating. And did you know that the way that the World Wide Web and the internet was created was actually from the US Army? And they were trying to figure out how the mind works and how could you basically mimic that on a computer screen. And that is actually what the World Wide Web does. So when you use it and you click on a topic, doesn't that topic typically lead you then to the next link to another topic? And that's the way our brain functions, right? Our neurons are hitting on different things as we move through thought. So I spent a long, long time studying this. And as AI has begun to emerge in our lives, I have noticed when coaching and guiding entrepreneurs and leaders, because that's what I do, I'm a business coach, mindset coach. I've noticed that the mindset around AI is either sometimes confusion, sometimes it is just a misunderstanding of how it could actually be used to enhance our life, enhance our business, actually help our business to grow larger, expand, give us more visibility on social media, actually create better communication skills with clients and customers rather than just relying on the amount that we happen to know right now, because our skills will typically flatline if they are not constantly evolving, improving, and growing toward new way of doing things, innovating in our businesses and lives. So because of the interactions that I've had with my clients, and from what I see on social media and people's opinions of AI, and some of these media articles that come out, right? Always about doomsday, 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 how it will be the end of the world, how AI is a sentient being and will basically start moving, reacting on its own. So what I do is I actually made a book and I have created it as a blueprint. Where do you begin with AI? How do you use it in business and in life? How do you integrate it into your life? So I'm going to walk you through a couple of notes from the book, and you'll see it's not a very long read, but it is very, very interesting. And how do I know that? Because I have a husband who does not like reading books. He's a very smart, educated man, does not like to lie down, read a book, sit back and read a book. He has been reading this book every night before bed. And he actually said to me this morning, Katharine, it is the first time I am reading a book at night and it is not putting me to sleep. Well, let me tell you what an amazing review that is for me, because I have been watching. We will have been married 28 years this year and, dating 29, 30 years. So let me tell you, that is one massive review that he does not fall asleep reading this book. And he said the reason why is because you actually walk through how AI is being used. How could I use it in my business? How can I integrate it? And you give examples of how businesses started using AI and what happened, what kind of growth they created, and businesses who just started, startups, within 1 year became these massive companies and were able to scale and expand because they had this additional enhancement of communication, of follow-up with people, of ideas that they may not have had before. So I'm going to walk you through a few things. For example, let's begin. One of the chapters is about mastering your efficiency with artificial intelligence, AI. And how can you do that? How can you do that in your business? So here are some examples. AI, you can actually incorporate AI into your daily schedule, like your actual scheduling platform. And if you don't have one, if you are just using your calendar, just the reminders on your calendar, or there are various apps that you can use on your phone that will optimize your schedule every day. You can actually set a list of priorities, priority items, where it will change around that schedule so that you hit those priority items and it reminds you of them every single day. 2, managing emails. The old email providers, an email came in, goes into your inbox, but what happens is all of a sudden, your emails, I know that when I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, which I do many, many times a day, the emails will start to pile up. I'll look back and it'll be, when I started this podcast, for example, there were none. And as I look at my computer now, there are 10. I've only been on for 5 minutes. And then after 20 minutes, there will be 20 there probably. What I love about AI enhanced email programs, which I talk about in the book, and I actually give you examples of what these are, they will sort your emails by the type of email coming in. This is spam. This is junk. This is sales. This is business. This is a previous contact. This is a client of yours. It will actually sort them for you. So I get to choose now. The control comes back to me in how I choose to respond, in what order, and do I want to save this for later, or do I need to address it right now? Because if you were to look at an email box of 30 emails, and those 30 emails simply arrived in the last 2 hours, it can be overwhelming when you are busy. So, what I want to do for people, and what I'm doing with this book, is I'm giving you back control. I'm giving you back time in your life. I want you to understand that you're not losing control with AI. You are actually gaining back time. Time is not finite. Time is actually limited. You know this. Look around. Have you lost people in your lives? Have you lost people too young? Time is so precious. Why are we wasting it on things that we don't need to be wasting our time on? Why are we sifting through 30, 40 emails when we can have an AI doing it for us? We used to hire assistants to do that. You don't even have to. Your assistant can actually become more efficient now because now they can do tasks that are money-making activities, right? They don't have to be doing simple tasks like sifting through an email when an AI program can do that for you. So let's keep moving on. Helping write effective emails. Oh my goodness. If you're watching this video, you're going to see how absolutely crazy enthusiastic I am about the fact that you can get help writing your emails as someone who was a university professor. Okay. And I taught communication. So for me, writing skills are really important because if a person can't see you and speak with you in real time, then how are you getting your tone across? How are you getting your message across to them? Because so often it is lost in translation, as we say. It gets lost in the message because of maybe the words that you're using, maybe the punctuation and grammar of your message. It changes the meaning. You may have meant the message in a very kind, polite way, but the way it was received was much different. And that's where a lot of miscommunication and misunderstandings happen in business and in our personal life. You know, when a person sends a text to you, let me give you an example. You have a client, and in the past, you know, sometimes they've been happy with your service, sometimes they haven't. You get a text message from that person, and all that text message says, "Can you call me?" Those kinds of messages kind of stop you in your tracks, and you say to yourself, am I in trouble? Are they going to be angry or upset about something? Is this good? What it could mean is, can you call me? Like, I've got a great idea. Can you call me? Let's arrange lunch. But what happens is because that tone and reflectiveness of our voice is not in that text message, our minds can go in all kinds of directions when understanding what that means. So the beauty about using AI to help you create the best emails, and I mean the best, it is perfect for emails that will go out to clients and customers. However, they do need to be tailored, and you do need to explain the tone that you want. You want the language explained. Did you want relatable language? Would you like professional language? Would you like conversational language? You can actually choose all of that. So this is what I have currently been coaching some of my clients on, is how to use AI to write the perfect email and never lose a client again. How many times, because of the miscommunication, because of the misunderstanding of language or tone, have you potentially lost a client, a customer, a consumer even someone on social media. You wrote a post with a caption where the tone may have been misunderstood by the readers, by the people who are scrolling through on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, which is a very professional platform. So, understanding that how we speak and the way we speak and our words are so important today, this is one of the most, I would say, valuable assets of using AI in your business and your life. Let's keep going. Optimizing schedules. Did you know, for example, delivery companies that use delivery. So no matter what industry you're in, if you need to get from A to B, or you have employees that need to get from A to B. So if you're a real estate agent and you need to show houses, you have a company where you have logistics and you need to get this product from A to B to C, there are apps that will optimize your routes. There are apps, for example, like Federal Express has been using for years, UPS has been using for years, where the driver will only need to do right-hand turns. They will never need to wait at a left-hand turn signal. You know how long those left-hand turn signals take, right? You could be sitting there and you could miss a whole round of traffic because that left-hand turn signal is so short. So imagine creating routes that are shorter and take less time because everything is a right-hand turn. All of this is AI generated. We've seen it. We've heard that companies use it, but we don't actually realize the true capability of what can be done today. And in my book, AI Secrets for Unstoppable Business Success and Life Hacks, this is what I talk about. I explain some of these companies. I even explain the software that they're using in order to enable them to do this. Do you know that restaurant chefs actually use AI programs now in their kitchens to anticipate the food that people will order and the amount of food required when they need to order every week? Because, you know, one of the biggest failures in a restaurant is food wasting. It is the wastage of food, and therefore that equals money. When I was living in Europe, I decided to create and open and operate a 5,000 square foot indoor play area, which was predominantly for parties. And these parties in Europe, if you're European, you're going to understand what I'm saying right now. It's all about the food. It's all about the food in Europe and a party. So, you know, there might be 20 kids who show up to the party, but there's going to be 80 adults and everyone wants a buffet. So that's what we did. We catered parties. And one of the things that you cannot get wrong is you cannot run out of food. You need to allocate a certain number of what you are creating. You have to know, how much salad should I create? How many people of those 80 people coming are going to eat salad? It may sound crazy, but that is how you profit in a restaurant business. That is how you profit in an entertainment business, is knowing the numbers, knowing even the weight. How much dough should I be using in every pizza? How much pasta should I use in every plate of spaghetti? Everything is measured because that equals profitability. Well, today, it's no longer a guessing game. AI can actually figure that out for you. And no matter what industry you're in the beauty industry right now, AI is helping the beauty industry anticipate buyers' needs. What will women be looking for in March of 2024? They are able to predict, and this is the beauty of AI. It is predictive analysis. That's what it's best at. So when you give it a problem and you ask it to predict, and you can provide some of the research or background, wow, it is phenomenal. I know because I have used it for its predictive analytics. Let's keep going. So let's talk about that for a moment, shall we? Predictive analytics. No matter what industry you're in, you can actually predict consumer behavior. Starbucks is using it, and I talk about it in my book. I give the example of how Starbucks, what software they're using to predict consumer behavior and consumer orders. How is it you can turn on your phone, open the Starbucks app, and it will start showing you drinks that you're probably interested in? What about supermarkets? If you have an app for a supermarket, it's going to tailor your next purchases, what it's assuming that you're about to buy based on your past purchases. And I know that Target has been doing this for years, and they have been able to predict, back when they were using coupons. And I know that in the US, they use coupons much more than they do here in Canada. But when they were using coupons, they were able to predict who was getting ready to get pregnant, who was pregnant, what coupons they should be sending, when that baby was estimated to be due, sending out coupons for baby food, knowing in about 9 months they're going to need that, or for diapers. Who doesn't want this type of information if you are running a business? It is unthinkable that if you are an entrepreneur or a business leader or a CEO of a company, that you wouldn't want this predictive analysis helping you make your decisions. So basically, this is mastering your efficiency in AI for business. Let's talk about health for a moment, because I do talk quite a lot about health in here. And I don't want this to just be a business book. I believe in holistic wellness for everyone. I believe that you will be better in business. You will make better decisions in business if you have the right health and the right mindset. So moving over to health and mindset, how can AI help you? There are apps that help you do this, and I walk you through this. I have had AI apps on my watch, which have actually helped me to slow my heart rate down. I had an incident when I was in Atlanta. I don't know, it was about 9 months ago, a year ago. And had my watch not alerted me to my heart rate rising, I may have had a big problem. So these are things that have actually helped my life. And I call it longevity, because if it's giving me this information ahead of time, it's telling me that the environment that I'm in at the moment is too loud, it is protecting my ears. It's telling me that my sleep habits are a little unstable. It tells me that if I start preparing to go to sleep now, I will have a restful sleep. Now, some people may look at this and they'll think, well, do I really need a machine dictating my life? No, you don't. But if you did have these little prompts in your life reminding you, hey, you know what? Drink a glass of water. The hour is past, or, it's been an hour since you got up. It's good for you to get out of your chair. I actually appreciate these prompts. I can get so focused in what I'm doing, or I will be on back-to-back coaching calls, or if I'm out doing something. We are human beings. We forget. We get so engrossed in what we're doing. We have to remember health comes first. Your mind, your mindset comes first, because without a good mindset, without a healthy body, there is no business. There is no money to be made if you are not mobile, if you are not healthy. So I talk about that, and I talk about all the ways that you can be helped using AI. And I give you some examples in what I use, how I use them, and how it has significantly changed what I do and how I do it, and how it has improved everything. So let's not forget that I know that there are biases, there are myths, with AI, it's going to replace people. There are There are a lot of ethical issues surrounding AI as well. I address all of that. I address each and every one because I always want to address the misconceptions that people have. I want to address some of the things that I've heard that people have said about AI, and it's simply because in their experience, that is what they have encountered so far. And I always use the word so far because we are always able to adjust the way we think about things. We just need more knowledge. We need a little more understanding about how and why. So I talk about ethics. I give inspiring stories. Let me give you a couple. I mean, this is pretty cool. There is a company which I talk about in the book, and they use drones to drop medical supplies to remote areas in countries and save lives that way. Countries and these remote areas where no one could actually access. Totally impossible. But these drones are dropping medical supplies and saving people's lives. These are the companies that are being started with AI. What about apps which are helping you learn a language 2 times faster than all the other programs that have been out there for years? If you're thinking about making a move, you want to move to South America, you want to move to Europe, you want to move to a country where you would love to be living a different lifestyle. Maybe you're tired of living in Canada in the cold and you want to move to another country. These apps are helping you learn that language 2 times faster than some of the original programs that used to be out there. What do? They create personalized learning experiences. And as someone who has taught people for 25 years, the more personalized an experience can be, the faster the results will be. So I'm a huge proponent of one-to-one coaching because the results will fast forward you years, not just a few months, years ahead of people who aren't receiving the coaching. And finally, what I do is I also talk about the future outlook. What's coming in AI? Like, where is this going? Is it good? Is it bad? Can you imagine living to 150 years old? That's coming. It's pretty crazy. I know it's hard to imagine now, but what if it's only 5 years away? What if it's only 4 years away? That you could actually elongate your life by another 20 years. Would you like that? These are some of the questions that I talk about in this book. So this is not a boring book on business. This is a blueprint of how you can use AI in your life, in your business, to actually enhance and become the best version of your business, the best version of your life for yourself. But let's not keep this completely serious, right? How about we do this? So this has now launched on Amazon, and it is on in all the countries where Amazon is delivering their books and their items. However, this podcast is now streamed in over 18 countries. If you are in a country where Amazon is not available, I would like you to go to my website, KatharineLoucaidouCoaching.com. Send me a message, and we are going to find a way for you to get a book to you in your country. I feel that strongly that you need to understand AI, the secrets of AI, and how they will actually make your life better. Okay? Number 2, let's have a little more fun. Let's create a contest, because I would really love for you to embrace this topic, this idea. So when you purchase the book, take a photo of yourself with it, post it on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, tag me at Katharine Loucaidou Coaching, not just Katharine Loucaidou, but at Katharine Loucaidou Coaching. Tag me on one of the social media platforms, and I will enter you into a contest to receive one of 3 coaching calls I'm going to be offering, 45 minutes long, one-to-one. And I'm going to walk you through how you can start implementing and enhancing your life. If you tell me, well, it's business related, then that's what we're going to focus on. If you say, Katharine, I want a little business and a little health, we're going to do that too. This is how we are going to change the mindset around things we may not completely understand so that you live the best life that you can in the amount of time that we have on this precious planet. So, AI Secrets for Unstoppable Business Success and Life Hacks is now available in Amazon, all Amazon stores, in every country where Amazon is. It is also on Kindle, and coming to you shortly will be Audible. So you can listen to it while you walk or while you drive and learn about AI that way as well. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I hope you're excited as I am because, you know, to be an innovator, you've got to be a little uncomfortable. It's just how things are, but it is so worthwhile at the end. All right, I'll see you next week.